built the boxes because I wanted to, in a sense, take the theme of the pictures, the theme of the series, outside of the paper and the print itself. I wanted to somehow involve the viewer in the whole question about space. And by meaning that firstly you open something, the images inside in a sense are now in a contained space, it's a smaller space, it's compact. And now by wanting to look at them, you're forced to actually expand that space. So really, and therefore comes a question about, have I got the room to do it, etc., etc. And maybe somebody's in the way, and so I sort of enjoy this idea that in a sense you're involved in the whole question about space itself and the process of actually looking at the pictures too. You have an initial image, so they're always on the right hand side, where I took a photograph of a public space, very different public spaces, but with some figures in it somewhere. And then what I sort of, after taking that, I'm going to then, having selected a print or an image, with that print, I then cut it up, sliced it, and then folded it, in a sense to bring the people that were in that image together. And in the process of doing that, you create a whole. This is one of the ones that followed that very first print because I saw this space and I saw that you had people walking in through it, and I liked the fact also the structure in the building itself. There was something, and in a sense it's a bit like it's like theatre, like a theatre stage in a way. And then of course I got lucky, or I say of course, not of course, but I had a bit of luck in the sense I was there, thinking that actually I would get people walking along the Ufer from the Spree, and then maybe somebody inside the building as well, and I could see my opportunity to bring one to the other. Sure, you could look at that and say, okay, that's great, there's a picture, it's got holes in it, yeah, okay, he's folded all the people together, all right, there's this sort of hole, this space. But I wanted to somehow drag the question about that space into another context, into the question, another setting. Well, what can I do? How can I bring this shape in? And I enjoy the physical analog side of things, bring these things into the space, and in a sense occupy space themselves in the process of creating the work. So, okay, I create a fly poster. The really hilarious thing is with this particular picture is that suddenly around Berlin, loads of these Liffensäule suddenly had no posters on. They only had blank colour. Somebody was saying to me, okay, Andy, this is your moment, do it now. Basically, what I did is I took some of the shapes that I had, superimposed them, and then took some of the points within them to create, in a sense, a map for where to position these various hanging strings, I guess you might want to call them. Then what I have to do is I have to pick a height, probably something in around here, this sort of height. And then I will take this band, and it is supported from one to another, all at the same height. I want to do that because I want you to actually experience the idea of not having the space you would perhaps wish to have. Create within the gallery space a conflict, in a sense, a conflict of the space you want, the space you need, the space that is available. This physical game going on in the act of actually going through the show about space as well.